Sometimes my back hurts from looking at my phone all day. Let me show you a little bit of movement that can help you feel better.
We all want peace in our lives. Yoga can be right for you. Let Eric be your guide. This is Acceptance Yoga. Acceptance for everyone.
Since we're going to be stretching right here in the chair, first you want to position yourself on the chair. So slide forward so that you're sitting at the edge of the chair. And then keep your feet right underneath your knees, straight up and down with your shins, and just kind of stretch your back up. And take a couple of deep breaths here and find a comfortable position. Feel the pressure at the bottom of your feet. Feel the pressure on the chair as you find a comfortable position to start from. And in our first exercise, what I'm going to wind up doing is we're going to go back and forth in what's called a cat-cow. And so you're going to arch your back very gently and lean forward, lifting your heart. And then you're going to round your back, kind of shift backward. So you're going to breathe in, going forward, and breathe out, going backward. So we're not really trying to push and arch here. What we're trying to do is flex our spine back and forth just to get things moving, just to get things in motion. And what we want to do is inhale as we come forward and exhale as we go out. So you're going to continue through this sequence, finding that balance, still pressing down with your feet, still finding stability, and just starting to stretch out your lower back, move your spine around, increase the blood flow through there. Go at whatever pace feels comfortable for you as you're going back and forth at your own pace, taking that deep breath down into your belly, and then breathing, exhale all the way out, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And kind of gently rock yourself to a stop, making smaller and smaller movements until you're straight up and down. Let your shoulders relax. For the second exercise, what we're going to do is reach up towards the ceiling with your right hand. And we're going to be stretching our side over here. So what we want to do is to not bend from the waist here, but instead we're just stretching through here. So we're going to think about staying upright. We're going to reach out and we're just going to bend from up in here in the chest area. And you should feel that stretch. And then you're going to release it back down. You should feel a difference between the two sides. Reach up with your left hand and do that in the opposite direction. And you can kind of just breathe out and maybe bend a little bit more. And then we'll come back. Here in the side stretch, left arm is going to go up. And then you're just going to tilt from your upper chest, leaving the base of your spine, your lower back, leaving that straight. We're just stretching out over our sides. And then as we go in the other direction, what we're doing is we're stretching out the muscles on this side of our body by reaching up with our fingertips and just bending at the top. So we're not lunging over this way. We want to be very rigid and have our core muscles engaged, our belly, and just lean over a little bit and exhale and back again. And then we'll just go through that cycle in a flow, reaching up, bending over, and coming back, reaching up, and bending over, and coming back. And just keep repeating that a few times on your own, at your own pace. You may feel a little bit different each time that you do this. Sometimes you may feel like you want a faster movement, and other times you may want to go slow and really lean into the stretch. It's really up to you to define your own practice, find what's working for you today, which may not be the same as what worked for you last time. As you finish up your last sequence, bring your hands back down. That concludes your second exercise. For our third exercise, what we're going to do here is really work on being able to pull our shoulders back and bring our shoulder blades together. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring up our hands like a cactus or like goalposts. We're going to try and make our arms as level as possible, making a T. We're just pulling our shoulder blades back together, pulling our shoulders back, and then thinking about pinching the shoulder blades together. What we're not doing here, or what we prefer not to do, is to arch our backs. And then we just pull forward like this. Exhale as we come together. We're not trying to get a back bend out of this. We want to be straight up and down with our spine as much as possible, but instead pulling the shoulders back. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to bring our hands in front of our face with a rotation like this, looking at our palms, coming back here, palms forward. And as we repeat that, thinking about holding that position, still keeping the pressure through the bottom of your feet and your connection with the chair. And exhale as you come forward. Inhale as you go out. Looking for stability, not speed, but choosing your own pace as you go through this exercise a couple of more times. What you'll start to feel is a real kind of openness and warmth in your back. And this is getting that stretch through the muscles of your back that are always being stretched and stressed as you're hunched over whatever it is that you're working on. And go ahead and finish with one more cycle. And bring your hands down. Now we go into the final phase of our movement today. And in this, what we're going to do is a full spinal twist. So what you want to do is take your right hand, put it on your left knee, stick your arm out. And here, the natural tendency when we turn is to lead with our head. Instead, keep your head aligned with your chest and rotate from your waist. And don't go any further than is comfortable for you. The goal here is not to push, but just to explore. So you can go back and forth a couple of times, maybe exhale, rotate around a little bit more, coming back, put your left hand on your right knee. We'll do that on the other side. And it's not so much the range of motion, it's really about how it feels for you. And here you'll feel a stretch in your upper back at your shoulder blade and also at your waist. You may even get a gentle pop. As long as there's no pain, if your spine pops a little bit, then that's very natural and it's perfectly fine. Here as we do a spinal twist, we put our left hand on our right knee. We reach out with our arm, fingertips out towards the wall, and then just rotate, keeping our head in line with our chest and feeling that twist all the way from the base of your spine, your lower back, and then your chest, and then back in the other direction. Now you can start to add your neck into it a little bit. And coming back to level. Find your feet planted. And maybe just to shake out, you could just pop up and down a little bit. And then take 2 deep breaths, 1 in and out. Second one in and out. Thanks for joining me for this stretch. I hope you feel better. Thanks.